is reality. You only live it once, so wake up from your dream. But just for tonight, let the lines get blurred. Let your thoughts be free. Let your thoughts be free.
Alright everybody, welcome back. Second map of the best of 3 between Rhythm and LunatiK, our Go RGN winter tournament. And if you're just joining us, LunatiK did win that first map on Cash, which was their map choice. But let's get straight into it. Rhythm starting us off super fast with the classic B-Rush. The nade goes way behind, so this is looking like a Rhythm round already, but Valens only gets one. So this is a bomb site for Rhythm, and they only take down one player. So this is not good for them. And on the other side of the Slemmy does take down Assailant. He got a little too aggressive there. So now LunatiK has even the numbers on this retake. It's going to be a 1 versus 1 at Banana though. So whoever gets this is going to decide a lot in this retake. But at the construction, Rick's holding the ankle, does get one, and the second burst. Couldn't have done it better. Is Rick, and leaves it all up to just one player, who's Floki. And he does find one through the smoke. That was a nice shot. But Rick's the story of that round was the burst. The burst ain't dead, boys. And Robbie takes down Floki and Rhythm on their map choice. We might just see both teams look stellar on their map choices.
Perhaps this will be going to Nuke, but we're getting a replay here. Oh, it's just beautiful. I love that double Glock action. The burst fire, not as impressive or as satisfying as it was back in my day in 1.6, but still nonetheless.
Boy, I tell you.
Great stuff there from Ricks in construction with the Glock 4 Pro 90s right now for Team Rhythm as they look to bust right through. An instant impact right there as Robbie already gets a kill early in the round with the P90, giving the advantage to Rhythm Gaming. Just Rhythm. I don't know why I said gaming. I'm an idiot.
Rhythm Gaming Esports.
Rhythm Gaming Esports Organization Network.
Yep. But I'm liking Rhythm's LunatiK went straight for rifles the last game when they won the pistol. Rhythm goes straight for P90s. And I think that's a big difference in style. I don't think that's map specific at all, but Rhythm is creeping their way up. And that is so scary when you realize that your opponents have P90s, but Relics isn't afraid. He takes down one. Valens gets one as well. Suddenly LunatiK has a chance in this round. If Valens can get another one, that'd be huge, but he does go down. And at the other side of the site, Dumore has taken down Fabulous. So Dumore here, he does have a 5.7. He does have a P90 on his back as well, so that increases his chances a lot. Yeah, so how he goes about this and how Rhythm sets up is going to determine his chances here.
It's going to be Dumore rotating through CT spawn. He's got Assailant at new box, try box, call it what you will, and Rick's in his golden spot there at construction looking for another highlight reel kill. And Dumore pushing right into sight, gets one right away, turns around, but Assailant puts him down before Dumore can get that flick shot off. That was very, very close there. And Assailant escapes with that round. Rhythm builds on their lead here. It's 2-0, but that was very, very, very close.
And I love me some P90 versus P90 clutches. Whose recoil is going to find each other's head? It had Dumore pre-fired that right. It was just a roll of the dice who that was going to go to. But Rhythm or Assailant did have the jump on him, so that battle went his way. So Rhythm starting off real strong, but to note they did lose all of their guns but one, and that was the P90 of Assailant. So now LunatiK here only goes for a couple of pistols, and for Rhythm, only 2 of their players don't have rifles. Oh my god, what a one shot by Sin onto Slemmy. The pre-fire of the corner starts him off, but Dumore does return the favor onto Sin with the 5.7 kill of his own. So these 5.7s, I mean, they're a decent substitute for the CZ, but I just don't see them having the same impact. And for Rhythm here, they're making their way up B, taking things real slowly, not wanting to run into anything, as we do have 3 players stacked in towards the A-bomb site. A couple of them at middle, but now it looks like Rhythm is going to gather their forces and come straight up the middle. Going to wrap towards the truck side. Dumore is going to fall, which leaves it up to the 2 members that have a crossfire posted up in the bomb site. That's Floki and Valens. Valens in the pit. Flosick inside the bomb site. He can't connect onto anybody's head with that silencer, and it looks like LunatiK members are not going to be able to hold the bomb site, but Valence is still posted up in the pit. Does he have a kit? No. Can't go for the ninja. Do any of the Rhythm players go into the pit? Yes, Fobless checks it. Falls. 1-on-3 here. Can he collect his gun? He does get the P90. Can he take down Ricks in the site? He's getting flanked by Assailant as well. He has 3 different angles to look at. And Rhythm, they are the type of players that are going to peek you. You look at all of them, they're all peeking. They're not the types that are going to let you run into the bomb site before they try to trade you off. And I don't know if that's a good or bad thing for Rhythm, but they are just going to play in your face.
It seemed to work there for them. Valence left alone in pit. When the P90 player out of apartment jumped down, he kind of panicked and got the shot there. I'm certain he would have been spotted anyways, but Valence, we saw him yesterday, I believe it was, yeah, spraying with P250, getting some big kills on, I believe, yeah, it was Inferno here at B against Meltspaz, not able to repeat that. But 3 terrorists in alt, 2 on Banana. So Rhythm trying to just get some real estate here towards bomb site B. And a little bit in alt. Right now they're kind of weak in mid. Slemmy is just peeking right down towards the alt entrance to mid. He is smoked off. He will fall back. The bomb is still thrown down in the terrorist side.
The bomb is throwed.
Is throwed. The bomb is throwed. Maybe I'm throwed. That's a rap reference, anyone? Okay.
Yeah, I think I got that. That's why it made me chuckle.
Means I'm a marijuana right now.
you are.
Just for the record, I'm not, please.
Are you on one whole marijuana?
But a B take here for Rhythm as they've all just suddenly bunched up towards the site. The smokes go down, the wall of smokes. Valence playing right in the middle with Relics here. Relics posted up at second orange is in sight. Valence gets 2, he gets 3 with the M4. Dear Lord, Ricks finally ends him. And now it's all up to Relics holding from sight at first oranges. He gets 1, falls back to second, and then to Trybox. Ricks, now the last player alive for the terrorist at Grill, finds Relics, but he's still got to deal with Slemmy, Do More, and Floki as they all look to retake site from CT side. And Ricks, can he make it happen again at construction with the AK this time? He cannot. And there you have your round number 4. Ricks not threatening, but we're going to get a replay on that. And that was massive there from Valens.
I am just cackling hard at that. Just the Valens. Okay, they had the 2 members posted inside the bomb site. In that smoke was thrown in just a way. I'm not certain if it was the CTs or the terrorist side smoke, but he pushes through the smoke. That's a big no-no, and falls down and just sprays down 3 people's heads immediately. Unreal from Valence, and that is so frustrating from Rhythm, because look at that. Even though they won the first 3, they already have to save. So LunatiK is getting a bunch of kills early before they did take their first round, and this time they're up against the pistol, so it's time to have a little fun themselves. But Rhythm has already taken 2 of the players, so a bomb plant here would be big for them, and it looks like they are going to get it down. Ooh, Slemmy narrowly missing the head of Ricks, but it is 3-on-2 on this retake. Oh, and Sin finds another one. That's Slemmy. He's gonna make it for the op. Does he get it? Yes, he gets it clean. This is so huge now that he has that op. It's gonna be so much harder to retake from the truck side. Unfortunately, he's watching the apartments and not the cross, and his teammate Ricks, you know he's gonna get aggressive and peek, but it's up for him to get the trade. No, Ricks does take down one, down to a 1 versus 1. Sin, he only needs 1 bullet. Ricks, oh no. Or Relics goes for the defuse, and
There's
Sin
your eco that you asked
peeks
for.
out. Yeah, we got 1 eco. Hey. And Rhythm gets it at the best of times, because now look at their money and look at the C's money.
Oh man, what a beautiful eco there. I want to kind of go back to that Valens replay where if this was an RPG, he would have like a passive bonus every time he's near smoke because he is just like that's how I can describe his play style. And the more we cast tournaments like these, we have LunatiK a lot of the time under our eye. Valens is so good with the smokes, playing around them, playing in them, throwing them. That's Valens, man.
And you got to put a lot of time into, developing the exact spots in which you can peek and not peek and then suffer the consequences when you do. Because if he went down, that was the site.
Even minor things like practicing where to aim through a smoke when you're boosted up on a certain spot, like it's all little nuances like that that really complete him as a player playing near smoke.
He's getting far more powerful. He is complete.
Good reference, dude.
I don't even know what that reference was, but let's.
What?
I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I made that up.
Okay. Maybe you thought you made that up.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what happened. And we see Rhythm doing this time and time again. We see a lot of European teams doing this. They throw the bomb down, indicating that they're not going to take any site fast, as to not let the CTs even know where it is. But look at this. They're going to run into a LunatiK setup here. It doesn't look like it's going to matter so far. Valence dropped by Sin immediately. But the question is, how well do they check the bomb site? Because Slemmy gets one. They have no idea that there's one in the back of the site. They finally do, and Relics gets both of them. Another eco round is almost occurring. It's Assailant in the 1 versus 3 now. Only 3 HP left to deal with as well, or to do it with, and he's going to have to fight Dumore, and LunatiK takes the eco round right back at him. So now it shatters the money again of Rhythm. They are going to have enough to force if they want to, but the thing was there when they took into the bomb site, or when they took into the bomb site, they took down the first one. They weren't aware that LunatiK could be stacking it, and the member at New Box was the guy that changed the round.
That was a beautiful crossfire too. Playing passive from Graveyard, I believe that was Slemmy with the pistol and Relics there to chime in as well. Just a thing of beauty. But yeah, definitely a different feel to this game so far than the last one on D-Cash. Assailant trying to stuff that sort of momentum that perhaps LunatiK is building here. He bought that off immediately when that buy time started. Dumore with the AK headshot early in the round. Rick's trading back. It's all squared away at 4 apiece. Fobless though in the library, and no idea catching Relics from behind. Robbie gets another one, and Rhythm is looking good on this force buy laser.
And talking about feels, that didn't even feel like a gun round from LunatiK. They let them up middle off of 1 smoke, tried to fall back. When they fall back, the guy was already in library. I don't know where it all went wrong for LunatiK there. They weren't peeking anything. But this might work out for them here, because look at this. We have Valence flanking the apartments and 1 member in the bomb site. And as Dumore takes down Rhythm, Rhythm's not going to fall back here.
Dumore may have it. Never mind, he's dead. Okay, GG my casting skills. But Robbie does take down Dumore there. He has 2 on the round. Looking for the 3rd. He gets it. That's a kill onto Valence, completing that hat trick. A big round there from Robbie. Perhaps LunatiK wasn't expecting the force up.
I'm not sure what went wrong there. When they got smoked off middle, the guy posted in the smoke, and he might have called for his teammate to fall back or what. But he fell back into library, but it was so slow that he didn't think that Rhythm was just going to balls up into the arch side, and that's exactly what they did. And at the end there, Rhythm decides to just stay inside the A bomb site, not showing any signs that they're faking towards B, which allowed Valence to flank all the way through and give them a chance to win that round. But it came down to Dumore, and that was so funny. And he died, and my casting is bad.
Right? Sin with the Tech 9. Valence also holding on to a pistol, a 5.7 for Floki. So there are a few sidearms on the map being used as primary weapons here. Valence not even a helmet either. Slemmy with the Famis, no helmet. It's against a P90 and a Tech 9 of the terrorist side, so it could come into play, that factor.
What a goofy round.
Pushed up into Banana. Yes, this is definitely goofy on both teams' part. Rick's getting one at Banana early. That's Valence going down. And Rhythm is off to a good start here. They've got 4 CTs left to take care of, or a bomb plan. A little bit trapped on Banana, though. They haven't breached the site. They've been held off by it. Relics is there to defend with that smoke in the way. Slemmy's there as well. Perhaps this is Rhythm faking B. They run all the way back down to mid. Slemmy is going to fall off at the perfect time here. So Rhythm really finding the rhythm here on this B take. But Relic's looking to stuff that, disjointing the momentum right now. He's playing from oranges, but Robbie and Rick's combining to take the site. They're so low. Assailant 9 HP. Robbie 18 HP. Rick's gets an AK headshot though. Dumore's in a 1v3. He has to retake from CT spawn. There's a smoke on the bomb. He might just save here. The money situation is looking dismal right now for the CTs. He gets 1 kill. Oh, that's Ricks who had the HP. And now it's up to Robbie and Assailant, who both have 18 and 9 HP respectively. Dumore walking into side, can't get the flick shot. Robbie ends that threat. That was very close. 1 bullet apiece that could have ended the round. But Robbie wisely so peeking there at the correct time. And going down was Assailant to secure that 6th round for Rhythm.
And LunatiK is falling into the same trap that LDLC does from time to time. And when they're down like this, they'll try to force up way too often. And when they are able to buy guns next round, their buy is not going to be as heavy as they would like. And instead of giving themselves a better chance on the rounds that they already have a better chance at winning when they have guns, they're lessening that chance by going for these rounds that they have, less of a chance to win to begin with.
Since we're on an eco, I'm going to quickly take this opportunity to announce a Twitter giveaway we're doing at GoRGNTV on there. We're giving away an AK Red Line, and that is field tested. I'm assuming that's what FT means. I use all default skins. I try to avoid that stuff, but if you're passionate about your skins, check out our Twitter. I encourage you to do that, and I encourage you to also press that follow button. We're doing big things here at RGN, and we, all of us, Sprawl, Laser, myself, we all appreciate the support. J-Raw, producer J-Raw as well. And since we have the time here, I'm going to quickly bring up the scoreboard here. 13-5 for Ricks. So he is having a great game so far. 10-6 for Do More. Robbie adding one here in this round. 38, 37, 36 seconds left and only 2 kills so far to show for it. Do More gets another. Do More gets a second. He gets a third with the pistol. Dear Lord, he's going ham right now. The number 2 player for LunatiK is just killing right now with this P250 as he hangs out by Moto. He's going to hear Ricks walking up towards Arch. He's going to peek, but ooh, just a second too late. Ricks escaping with his life.
There's no way he can make it back to B. There's no way. Yeah, he's definitely going to lose this round.
Put your Nikes on, though.
A nice attempt by Ricks, but unfortunately he is just not going to have enough time by a couple seconds.
If that was
LunatiK
Foon, he
takes that
could have
round.
done it, man. That was Foon. That's
right,
That's
it doesn't matter
reference.
what the surface that he has to bunny hop on is. Uphill, downhill, it's like sideways. That if you haven't seen that video, you need to watch it. If you're new to Counter-Strike Go, there is some physics in the old games that were just straight broken. And if you haven't seen the Foon video, definitely check it out.
Too Much for Z Block is the title of the video. A personal favorite of mine.
Definitely. I mean, I personally got owned by that guy a couple of times in ESEA, and I honestly wasn't even mad. It was hilarious. But LunatiK here, if they want to have a chance in this map, they need to start putting or stringing some rounds together right away, because Rhythm kind of in a similar situation as LunatiK was at on the last map, letting them get far too many rounds on the terrorist side early. So they need a 9-6 or 8-7 this, because Rhythm's CT side looked so crisp the last time they played it that I'm really concerned for LunatiK as on the next side of the half. But now Rhythm has made their way up A, and part of LunatiK's demise on this half is they haven't been able to contest middle properly, and their crossfires haven't really been on point at A, except for that last round we just saw on the pistol. So they're not really playing a similar setup to that. So when Rhythm finally does take the bomb site, they're not going to have to worry about too many angles from LunatiK, because all CTs are playing. Oh, there it is. Do More finds Rick from the pit or from the apartments. And this kind of hinders Rhythm's take here. And now LunatiK's setup is looking better and better because nobody from Rhythm is wrapping towards the arch side. So this could a slaughter for Rhythm. They try to make their way up the truck, and there it is. Slemmy and Floki both get another one. And Assailant, the last baiter, last man alive, as he's going to go ahead and save that up all the way back at alt middle. So another round for LunatiK, and this is great for them because they only lose one player.
As soon as Ricks went down, I knew it was bad news for Rhythm, as he has been their most impactful player so far this game. Robbie is close in frags, but he's gotten a lot of opening kills, but Ricks has been just huge with that efficiency rating. He is at a score of 13-6.
Just the in-your-face rifling style of Ricks. I think it's tough as as an opponent of his, because you know that he's going to be peeking you, and it always throws a wrench in your strategy when you have somebody that's willing to let their team go down a man just to try to snag the advantage early, more often than not. So a player like that can be problematic, but it's just up to the CTs to not let him get the frags. But what? Assailant gets both at B when they're trying to peek him on the CT side on eco? What is going on this round?
And then dies in a fiery blaze for style points. Hello. But you talked about in-your-face rifling, and if you count the op, I guess technically it's a rifle. If you count that, Assailant ran through that aggressive smoke and a Molotov to get to Banana. He did not want those CTs playing from car by any means necessary, and he just walked right up Banana and got the 2 kills there. Impressive marksmanship from Assailant. Already made his stamp on the round. He'll be watching for the rest of it, though, as he was put down by Floki. It's now a 4-on-3. Rhythm with the man advantage on Terrace side. D Inferno looking to take bomb site B. Slemmy and Valens playing a crossfire. One from a Tri-Box and one from Construction. Valens now is going to have to hold off against Rhythm as they push into site here. And rotating in towards Graveyard is Slemmy spraying away through the smoke. Valens gets one from back site. That will be it. Fabless takes him down. And Do More will rotate now as the call is out. The bomb is planted. Slemmy spraying still into the smoke. Walking around the smoke though is Robbie. He will aim away and look elsewhere for kills as Do More in CT spawn. It's now the second man in for the CTs. Both CTs now at front site. A grenade goes in doing a considerable amount of damage. It's a retake for LunatiK, but not very well. Rix gets one with the op and Slemmy, the #1 player for LunatiK, goes down to the pistol of Robbie. And Rhythm just seems to have an answer right now for everything LunatiK has been throwing at them in terms of momentum, in terms of setups. Sure, LunatiK won 2 in a row, but that's the most they've won in a row this entire map so far.
And the round kind of boggled my mind because it seemed like that the way that panned out should have been on opposite sides. Because usually it's the CT opera that can get 1 or 2 quick picks when Banana is the contest point. But it was Assailant who just ran through the smoke and got 2 of the LunatiK members that were pushing, but LunatiK had another member there already stacked. So just goofy round by both teams, but really just up to Max to put his team on his back there. But another gun round, if you can call it one for LunatiK, as one of their members can't even afford a gun. He could afford a molly, but not a gun. And now Rhythm is loaded up and ready to go at Banana. I'm not sure if they're aware that LunatiK is going to have less flashes, or if the plan was just to take B anyways, but here comes their take. But it looks like Relic did have a smoke ready, so all these nades are going to go to waste unless someone does push through the smoke, which is exactly what they're going to do. Robbie onto Valens, but look at this. He is right in the smoke. Relic's 1, 2, 3 and trying to take it to the bump, and he is not done. Still firing through the smoke. And just like that, another round is going to be super chaotic. And somehow the team that I thought was not going to win it is just going to run away with it. Relic's in that corner. Just letting them have it. And these multi-frag rounds coming in from the B players have really crippled Rhythm's chances in a couple of these rounds that I believe they should have won.
That was a 4K for Relics there, holding from close right on Banana. That's awesome. I love that spot. And it's just gold when nobody checks it because you have free range pretty much. Right. It's a turkey
shoot. You just die or uneventfully or yeah.
Well, that's my round. Now I'm sitting on the bench. And 5 Tech 9s. When, if ever, have you seen this?
Oh my god. This just makes a big smile on my face.
Rhythm are within 1 of clinching the half. Oh my god, Slemmy in mid with the op. Sees a bunch of terrorists running straight at him. Nobody let going of W key today on Team Rhythm. Rix and Sin both trying to wrap site here. Floki getting another from apartment and getting picked apart is Rhythm right now. Floki gets another, and what was looking like a very ballsy play has turned into quite the farce right now as Fabless gets Do More, but Slemmy will end him with the op. Only 2 men down there for LunatiK at the cost of 5 Tech 9s for Rhythm.
I don't know how they're making the Tech... I guess I just haven't played with the Tech 9 enough, but it just seems so inaccurate when I play with it. But they're just making it look like the CZ out there. Look, is this the new meta? Is that 5 Tech 9 buy? It looks like it. But in this round, another gun round. LunatiK in 8-7, they need every round at this point as far as I'm concerned, because Rhythm's CT side, their setups, Mr. Clean, and I think they could put up a fight against pretty much any team with the way they were playing in the last Inferno match. So LunatiK is going to need the pistol round on Terra's side, and going to need to be real inventive with their strategies because Rhythm setups were super good. But this round, Rhythm has taken down 1 player without really gathering any real estate. They haven't taken up middle, they haven't taken control of Banana, and already LunatiK is down a player, so this is not good for them already. And now Rhythm is going to start taking up mid.
Slemmy is going to have to hold from right side here with the op. He finds one, that's Robbie. The first casualty for the terrorists as they are tasting their own blood. Fabless and Sin making noise, causing all kinds of heckling and hell for the CTs here in mid. Fabulous does get Valens at right side. That could be crucial right now, as that leaves him to lurk. But thinking differently, he will go down towards mid, and up banana he goes, as Relix is now holding from Tribox in sight. Fabulous, perhaps realizing this, is going to fall back to mid and maybe lurk again. Nope, just make some noise, rabble rouse, and head back to B as the site take is underway. Assailant killing Relix, opening things up here as Slemmy walks his way towards Graveyard. The terrorists have not spotted him. Slemmy finds one, announcing his presence with a resounding op shot, killing Assailant. Rix, barely escaping with his life from Spool, will jump down, ignoring that player. Slemmy at the Graveyard, as Rix just falling off towards front side. He has Fabulous right beside him. He finds one. He's going to go for the second here as Floki, 19 HP and a Dream plus a kit. It's just going to go stick the bomb right now. He's very, very low. Spraying away are the terrorists. Floki gets one. He's going to look for two. No, there's not enough time. Rix will fall off the Graveyard, and that will be your round number 14. And the cherry on top, Rix getting that kill there. So Rhythm going into the next round has 8 rounds. They've clinched the half here. T-side on Inferno in the first half. They're up 8-6.
Yeah, Relix, that round needed to get more than one. Fortunately for him, he could not. Yeah, well, I mean, last round he got force up. And for Slemmy there, in the end, when the terrorist member that, I believe it was Rix, fell back into spawn to join his teammate, Slemmy thought that it was the same guy that he saw crossing from the bomb site, but in fact they were different people, so LunatiK could have had a lot easier retake there, but Slemmy, his information fooled him, as well as his teammate likely, as he was caught checking the site instead of looking at both of the members in spawn. But LunatiK here, good start. Do take down one. Dumore already very low though, so trades a lot of his life for that frag. And looks like Rhythm is just going to try to muscle the way up A. And for things I'm looking at differently already into the next half is how Rhythm is going to play mid versus how LunatiK is going to be has been playing mid. Not more often than not, LunatiK has not been contesting middle at all.
Oh, nice shot, Robbie.
Yeah, right. Just a little dink onto his teammate. Not too much damage. But let's see what Rhythm can do here. They have 4 members left still, and they're going to be taking to the bomb site very slowly. LunatiK is playing this so passively. They're not even peeking art at all. One of the members is finally going to peek it from CT, but they could have easily already crossed, but now they finally see what is going on. Rhythm reveals their hand. The rotate is on. And 2 of the members, one in the pit and one in the apartments. The pit player very wounded, though, but Rhythm yet to get the bomb down. Finally, it goes down as well as one of the members of LunatiK. They are falling like flies at this point, but Valens has something to say. Coming to the outside, trades flying everywhere, down to a 2 versus 2. Fabulous and Assailant looking to clinch this last round for Rhythm. And a retake coming in from Arch. They do take down one, so it's down to a 1 versus 2. Assailant. Slemmy goes for the jumper. Can't get it. They line up. Oh my god, Assailant with a double in the end. And that is a huge round for Rhythm. And Assailant lines them up and watches them fall to his AK. Great round from Max there.
Man, that just sucks, especially when you're 2 people pushing together like that. You never want to get your wires crossed.
Right, let's
and that's
trade,
exactly
bud. Let's
what
trade.
happened. So, yeah, I believe we're going to see a replay of that very last round here. The players just readying up, running around in the server. But, yeah, excellent stuff there from Sight. 2 frags immediately, and you can chalk that up in the clutch section because that was huge.
In the clutch section. I don't think I belong there anymore. But it's always so frustrating as when you're trying to retake like that because you need to try to trade with your teammate. And then the moment your teammate goes down, you get hit with a straight, like, AK shot to the dome. And there's oftentimes not much you can do about that. And Assailant played that pretty much as well as possible. He couldn't hit that jump shot, or the jumper shot, when Slemmy was going for it. But lines him up in the end and snags another round for Rhythm. And already up on the CT side when I believe they 16-1'd the last people they played. So I think both teams are going to win their map choice, and whoever gets the CT side of Nuke, Rhythm has already shown that they can win Nuke without starting on the CT side. And I haven't seen LunatiK's Nuke, so we'll see how it goes in map 3. But again, I'm already counting LunatiK out of this, so LunatiK could have a nasty terrorist Inferno, but I just don't see it right now.
I want to point out something someone said on my Twitter feed here. I've got it open on my other monitor. Methadone tweeted at me, says, Rhythm won versus Vex on Nuke yesterday, but they never played the map before that, it seems like. If this match goes to Nuke, they'll lose IMO. And perhaps Rhythm may be trying to avoid that. They did struggle a little bit. They did end up winning. I want to point that out. However, they did look shaky at best. My money, Laser, was on Rhythm for this series, and I'm sure Miracle Whip, the owner of LunatiK, is kind of wincing somewhere. But it was. I truly believe Rhythm coming into this game was a stronger team. But if what Methadone said on my Twitter is true, then we're definitely in for a barn burner here on the third map, should it go to that length.
Yep, and let's jump into this pitch around here. It looks like LunatiK, they were trying to go for some early A aggression, but stifled early, and now LunatiK, like, we had a little contest going on inside of the alt mid as Assailant pushed into the window room. So now LunatiK has smoked up the right side, and they have 2 players inside of the apartment. So it's going to be a wrap, and then 2 players coming out of arch, or coming out of apartments. But Assailant does get one arch and falls back. Where are the trades? Rhythm 1, 2, 3, 4 frag on Ant, and finally Valens gets one in the hands of LunatiK. But at this point, if you didn't go out with your teammates already, I mean, what are you going to do? And he does get taken down. So Rhythm is going to start that CT train off with a vengeance.
CT, yeah, Inferno, but pretty close.
You know, it's not even. It's not even called DE train anymore. It's just train.
Let's just have an awkward moment of silence right now, Laser. Laser, are you there?
Yep.
Okay, good.
I indulged.
Round number 17 underway. That first round going for the CT's Rhythm. They're off to a good start after their good first half. 5 pistols still for LunatiK. They're not chancing anything. Not even a bomb plant. An elimination win for Rhythm there in round number 1. So not even a third round bye is in the books for LunatiK as it stands now. Oh, Floki getting jammed up with his teammate here. Trying to go through that door. Doors are hard as, Robbie from apartment gets 1. Dumore gets another. Robbie did manage to find 2 there. And Fabulous with the P90 making no mistake. Leaves just Dumore standing alone versus 3. Dumore did get Fabulous, but Assailant there to clean up. An uneventful, nothing really spectacular that round other than some comedy there trying to get through the door at apartment.
Right. I thought that was going to work out for them because it staggered their timing a little bit for the Mag 7. It could have actually hindered it, I'm not sure. But for Rhythm, it's really interesting that all of their players go for the guns that garner you the most money. Because, I mean, a lot of times you'll have some teammates that won't go for it, which if none of you get the extra money and everything, it kind of makes it a little bit of a waste if you go into the gun round. But since all of them go for those guns, somebody is going to be cashing some checks on the anti-eco round. So interesting from Rhythm that they do that. But one of their players, it's going to be Assailant, who's going to be saving up for an op. Does only have a 5-7, so if LunatiK somehow isolate him, but he's playing at an angle that he can easily fall off of, and LunatiK is mustering up their players over towards A, and they are going to contest the CZ, never mind, that gun's dead, this 5-7 inside of Library. So if they can get past Assailant and make their way into the bomb site, they're going to have to deal with the P90s though, but they're going to go for a straight wrap. They're going to go for a straight wrap in the Library, trying to isolate Assailant, and Fabulous is there to assist his teammate, but Assailant has already gone on, and here comes the spray down. Fabulous gets 2, as well as Ricks, but LunatiK fires back. They get 2 frags apiece with this P90. Oh my god, long range, close range, it doesn't matter. You're going to get sprayed down, and Sin collects the last 2 frags, as well as an extra, I don't know how much money. What was that? An extra 1,000, I believe, on top of the 300?
The P90. Long range, close range, any range you want. Fabulous was actually in a really good position there. Just giving her at the firing range. He was standing on Moto looking in the Library, and all the terrorists were just bustling their way out. So he was in a good position there to just spray down. He picked up 2 that round before going down, so big stuff from him. It's 12-6 LunatiK. They have a lot of work ahead of them here if they want to stop this from going to D nuke. Dumore already legged by the AWP of Assailant here, down to 16 points of health. As the terrorists not rushing anything right now. They haven't even gotten past their half of the map, slowly feeling their way towards the apartments at A, as Relic's pushed all the way up on Banana. Hasn't faced the smoke yet. Dumore smokes off mid. He's hiding in the pit looking for a pick. As Valens, Slemmy, and Floki collecting themselves on apartment, maybe looking to exploit that area of the map. And it will be up to Robbie, Valens, Pardon me, that's not Valent, that's Fobless, and Assailant holding bomb site A as in comes the Terrace. Up mid they go and towards Arch side, but spraying them down is Fobless. Oh, totally just routing the Terrace taken mid. And suddenly it's Dumore and Relics left alone versus 4 CTs. Hey, that's 2 kills each. No big deal, right? But they are smoked off. And as I mentioned earlier, those smokes weren't there before, so the CTs still have them. It matters not. Relics jumping high. And aim is true for him. He gets the AK headshot. And the silenced M4 strikes for Sin from Tribox. As now Relics, the last man standing for the Terrace side, will be dispatched by the AWP of Assailant. So Assailant will bring his score all the way up to 13 and 11. Top fragging for the CTs is Robbie at 18 and 13. Top fragging for the Terrace is Dumore now at 19 and 15. He's had an excellent showing here as his game continues on. Albeit his team is losing, he has still shown up.
And as I noted before, the difference in the way these two teams have held CT mid is just drastic. Because the way Rhythm has been playing it, once it's smoked and everything, they're going to fire through the smoke. They're going to try to trade you off. And it worked out for them. As LunatiK pretty much gave up the entirety of middle to Rhythm, and Rhythm was able to execute off of that. But instead, the way Rhythm's playing it, they cut down a bunch of numbers by risking their lives at middle early, and it worked out for them. But now, Ricks 1-2, that's a bunch of money for him already, and LunatiK trying to make their way through the flame into B. And they do take down both B players, but they are already wounded, and the rotate is already there, so the chances of getting the bomb down are already gone. Unless they kill all the members of Rhythm, and they are going to be trying to rush into CT. I'm not so sure what's going on here. Are they going to go for it? Yes, they do, and they might catch out Robbie 1 if they can make a clean move back towards A. Never mind. Robbie takes them both out. I was getting so excited, like, this is going to happen. It's going to happen. It's...
Never mind. That's... that sums it up nicely, actually. Never mind. Robbie was just laying in wait, and they had a chance to split the D there at B and head towards bomb site A. They couldn't do it, though. Robbie, wisely so, hanging back. And as soon as they heard that P90 blasting at front site B on the entrance, suddenly the last remaining Terrace kind of fell back, perhaps second-guessing themselves, perhaps trying to get outside of that deadly range of the P90. Slemmy starting things off with an AK headshot, running right up alt. He is a man on a mission right now, going into mid, picking up another. He's got 34 HP to spare, but pushing all the way down mid was Fobless. This is so uncharacteristic from what we've seen. He's going to move right back up to alt, catching Slemmy off guard too. So Slemmy is already out of the equation in this round. There's a $1:10 on the clock and no bomb plant. Valent still hanging out in Terrace side, alt mid, slowly getting towards apartment. Relics picks up another with the AK. LunatiK in good shape here to win a round. All they have to do is kill Ricks in sight. Ricks holding truck. He's holding from sight. There's one in apartment, another one truck. He's going to hold a second. Ricks going for the hat trick here to defend. No, Sin will come in and collect it, but nonetheless, a huge stand for the CTs at bomb site A. They had the numbers going against them, and they still managed to do it. I'm hearing right now as well that we broke 1K followers on Twitter. We all appreciate that, as we are doing that AK Redline field test giveaway. All you have to do is go onto our Twitter at GoRGNTV to see all the details. And Rhythm, they're about to bring this to the third map.
And who knows, maybe even, depending on how this match goes, I may even give away some more skins tonight. And I gave away, I believe, like $60 worth last time, impromptu. So stick around afterwards. So maybe, but let's get into this. LunatiK finds Sin and Ricks both peeking banana, and Rhythm went for a different kind of hold there. They didn't smoke it off early, and LunatiK just kind of walked into B. Sin and Ricks unaware, and LunatiK members are able to find the headshots right away. So Rhythm now. Do they even save is the question. Yes, they are. Their money is very low.
They have enough rounds to play with, for sure.
I mean, but in this scenario, you don't really want to go for... You don't want to save up numerous rounds just for going like a round, or for a round like this. But LunatiK is willing to risk their guns, which is interesting.
Their money's even lower.
Yeah, so why will this is just interesting on both sides that they're both going for kills right now, because any guns that Rhythm can take down is just going to kind of hinder the nades that LunatiK is going to be able to buy. Any guns that LunatiK takes down, I mean, just going to be less guns you have to deal with next round.
Perhaps they were feeling overconfident, or they misjudged the economy of Rhythm, because all 5 members have weapons now. There is one op on the map in the hands of Assailant. The rest of the players have their native rifles, 4 M4A1S for the CTs, plus the op of Assailant, and 5 AK-47s for LunatiK. LunatiK working up 3 alt, 2 mid, Relics playing bottom banana, watching for a push, but you won't see anything as Sin and Rix hanging out in sight, not even peeking aggressively at all. So Dumore will have free reign to peek mid here. And Valence, Slemmy, Floki all working the apartment / alt area. The CTs though, Laser, they're playing so defensively right now. Look at them. There's not one aggressive angle right now for the entirety of Rhythm.
Yeah, and their setup at Banana is the one that worked out for them the most in their previous match. And so the last round they lost it just because they were peeking. They said, we're done with that. But the way that they were peeking middle was working out for them. Just because they lost B, I don't think that they should fall off of their mid aggression. So now they're kind of playing like LunatiK did, except it's going to be Assailant who's opping at the arch side. So could provide some deadliness over here. He is going to get flashed off quite a bit, narrowly misses the op shot, and they're still attempting to wrap, but now he gets help from his teammate Fabulous, who's taken down, but Assailant does find the frag. And now LunatiK, the wrap is still on, but Assailant whips out the 5-7, but Robbie, his teammate, assists him just in the nick of time, and it's suddenly down to Dumore, who has the map in his hand at this point. He only has 9 HP to work with, and now Rhythm slowly pincering around him, and Robbie is going to go ahead and peek him and take him down. So that is the end of the map, and both teams take